Check it out. Come and check us out. If we think it's a sports show, come see what we about. Check it out. Come and check us out. If we think it's a sports show, come see what we about.
Jay-Z in a Nets jersey. Reggie got Indiana. He was,
so you can see how everybody.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
It's crazy how he was making the cuts, making it.
Why is he not better than him?
So everybody take a seat. We think it's sports, but sometimes we don't know. We asking that.
I got a question. What should a 30-year-old have in their wallet, man? I need to know.
I need more specifics about the 30-year-old. He single, 30-year-old man.
Sure. You could. I mean, you could do single and you could do married or with a significant other, however you want to slice it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, in mine, I think obviously your IDs, a couple credit cards. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't even need credit cards. You got Apple Pay now, depending on how you living. Couple. Yeah, I'm not even with the money either. I don't got cash in my joint either, so I'm not even with money. So it's really. I mean, what you need, necessity, is like ID, bro. Like, I mean, I don't use nothing else besides my cards, but I can use Apple Pay if I want, and that's all I use really. I don't got nothing else in there. I don't got cash.
Should have a couple dollars though. My mom always told me to keep a couple dollars in.
I guess you should, but I don't.
Like
I never really have it.
But I don't think it's a set in stone, list of things you should have. But you should have your ID just in case something happens, so people can identify you. But other than that, man, yeah.
I think it's just interesting, like over time, how those things change. I don't even know how many guys still carry around wallets. I'm sure, obviously, that have their ID,
yeah.
but I'm just saying, like, generally, sometimes you may even have the phone. Those of you listening on, Apple Podcasts or Spotify, I'm holding up my phone case, which has, those little pockets where you can insert the cards in there. Only reason why I don't use mine for that is, I don't know, I have this weird thing where, like, I don't even know if the hotels is like this now, but when the card used to be near your phone in the hotel and then like the magnet just like went out. Have you ever experienced that?
Nah.
The what went out?
The magnet on the card to get into your room.
Yes. No, that never happened.
Sometimes I don't know if it does. I don't know if it still happens today. I'm just saying it used to. Whereas if you have your card near your phone for whatever reason, like some magnet in the hotel card kind of just like went out. Nobody's.
I didn't have many hotel nights, so
I got a hotel joint in my car right now. But that never happened to me though.
Well, it
never happened. I never knew that was a thing.
It was a thing. It was a thing. I'm not probably like in the 11s, 12s, 2000, whenever. I don't know if they make the cards the same now, or obviously they don't make the phones the same now. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying. So
probably both.
Probably now,
a little bit of both.
Yeah, like to be honest, I probably shouldn't even have that thought. Like, I don't think my credit cards or my bank card or whatever card is gonna be, not necessarily working or destabilized because it's near my phone, but. I just always have that in my mind. For some reason, it's just always embedded in my mind. Don't put cards near your phone. That's just me. I don't know.
But what made you ask about the wallet question? Did somebody has some wild? What's a wild thing what's the wildest you have? I mean, obviously we know we used to have in the wallet, the little, the gold wrapper and all that, things like that. But besides that, like what's wild right now you shouldn't even have in your wallet right now?
It's just like even I'm just saying, like, condoms in general, like 30-year-olds is still carrying around condoms. Is that a thing?
I mean, they're active. I mean, I don't.
30? You should. You should. That should be your thing. I mean,
I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I know
like a one. No. You know what? No, you shouldn't be carrying around in your wallet. Because you should be in it should be in your bed. It should be in your whip. It should you should the places you keep those things have matured. Like it's like your wallet was because all you had was a wallet. When
absolutely.
You was 18, that's all you had was a wallet.
Yes.
Your wallet was your house, bro. That's what you had. Now you got whips, you got a car. She should be coming to your place with you know what I mean, or something of that nature.
Or even
it's just things you can do.
Or she should. I mean, I'm not.
ladies-
Or
let's
you
just
gotta
move
go
on.
buy
Yeah.
them, or you
I'm
gotta go
just
buy
saying,
them that day. Be some
They
friends
already
with
got
them.
them.
Females do have, yes, they do have them there. Generally,
got 'em.
I suppose. You know, I've heard through the grapevine.
But you should always bring your own. Don't. No, bruh. No, you should go.
You still believe girls poking holes in a rapper, bro?
No, not even because
Oh.
people just be thinking
know
they
if that's
do
a
and they
thing.
don't. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if that's the thing. I know. I'm just saying you should still just go. Always just have. You know what I'm saying? Just go get your own. I think so.
I'm sure that has
Okay.
happened to somebody though. Unfortunately, I'm sorry for that guy, whoever that guy is out there.
Came from somewhere.
Yeah,
Y'all heard what happened with Drake? The Drake thing was that was like a couple months ago.
yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Hot sauce. Like I don't even know if that's a real thing. Did anybody check the science on that? Like
No, bro,
like
no,
like
bro.
that's what I'm like when people like, are y'all checking the science on this stuff?
But somebody's suing him. Somebody's suing him, right? It's
For
like
that?
it's a lawsuit. Yeah, the chick suing him
Because he had hot sauce in his condom?
because she put hot sauce and then she poured it in herself.
Wait a minute.
And she's suing him.
I got
thought.
the
It
story
was
wrong.
Yeah,
I
they said
thought
she was
that
suing
he
him.
put hot sauce in his condom. That's not true.
Yes.
Okay. And it got
she-
into her.
No, she put it into her
Why would
because she
do
went to go
that?
get the condom. What do you mean? What logic, Sam? Why would you put
she
a used condom? She tried to trap Drake.
Oh, she tried to trap Drake. And
So
she
he put
hot
hot
sauce
sauce
in
in
it. Drake is
Yes,
not
that's the
throwing
whole
he's not
story.
throwing the condom out.
Yo, the story is that she got the condom.
How did she get a condom
And
with
that-
semen in it? What
I don't know. That was the story.
But I know, but that's insane.
We-
Like how? Listen,
That's funny.
how?
It
I
had
don't know.
hot sauce in it.
I heard like the peripheral version of the story, but that doesn't make sense. Like obviously, if Drake is using something
He
and
threw
then
it
it's
out.
over, okay. So he's throwing out, but he had enough sense to put hot sauce in it.
Yeah, because just in case. I guess hot sauce is supposed to kill whatever. Do what it got to do.
So this
I don't
happened
know.
to him before? Is that what he's trying to imply?
No. The woman. I guess the woman came out and said something like she's going to. I don't know if she.
No, I'm
really
saying in order for
doing
Drake
him or not.
to put hot sauce in this, did that happen to him before? You think? Like, is he on
Oh
like a
my
high
God,
alert?
Yes.
Yeah, it had to. It had to, definitely.
Like yeah, he rapped about it a few times. Just how.
No, I'm just Drake has a child. I'm just saying, like, is he that paranoid that this is? It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, a child with Drake is worth, it
I know,
all.
obviously.
for some people.
Yeah. I know. I'm not even gonna.
Well-
Let's just move on.
I got one more question. I got
No,
one
not
more
for
question.
that,
Going back to like the 2000s though. I'm gonna ask you, Mills. Let's say we go back to 2002. 20 years ago. That's crazy that we can even say something like we was back
That
there
is
20 years
insane.
ago.
Yes.
20 years ago, Mills, you got
I was 10.
$1.25.
$1.25.
You going into the store, bro, with $1.25. What you coming out with?
Woo! Man.
What you coming out with
Shout
$1.25?
out to the Springs. I'm going on Glenwood. I'm going to June's. I'm getting me some penny candy. I'm getting about 25 cents worth of penny candy. That's going to get me like 3-4 bags.
Penny candy. I'm about to say penny candy wasn't penny candy when we were alive. I mean, when we were that young.
Not at the time. It was like 5 cents.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying
went up-
it
went up a
wasn't.
little bit.
What's a dollar
not at
now?
June's. That's why I said shout out to the Springs, not on June's. 4 or 5 bags of them things. Give me
That's 5 cents, Mills.
What?
Okay.
Okay, keep
5
going.
times 5 is 25. It's okay.
Bruh,
With 5.
I'm
No,
gonna
I'm
give me-
saying. So at June's, you're saying that penny candy was
I'm
penny
giving-
candy.
Right.
Okay.
And if I give her 25 cents, she gonna hook me up because that's my lady. She was a hood lady. She know everybody from the
They was
hood.
5 cents.
I mean, she gonna hook
You
you
got
up.
you 5 of them for 5 cents each. Yeah.
Does he understand what we're
No.
saying?
Y'all talking about a bag is 5 cents? What y'all trying to say?
Yes. That's.
Oh, we ain't do it like that.
What was it?
Oh, okay.
Explain to me how.
She just give you a big handful.
Oh, she was
Oh,
jipping. Oh,
she-
she was
Okay.
jipping.
Yeah.
She was.
But
she
I'm gonna
was
give me a couple
skipping the
bags of
bags.
25-cent chips, and then I gotta get the dang, what was it called? Was it something Farms? The little fruit punch orange.
The
drink.
Big Burst?
It come in a
No,
carton.
I know what you're talking about.
Like a milk carton.
Upstate Farm. Upstate Farm.
Yeah,
Upstate
yeah,
Farm.
yeah. The fruit
Grab me one of
punch.
those.
Yeah,
And
The
I'm
carton
good.
with use a straw drinker. Use a straw.
that's
Nah, I
wild.
use a straw, bro.
That's wild. You're a wild.
You
dude.
know the chicks use the straw.
Yeah.
The chicks had the straw. So you said you had. So what it was? What you end up with?
I'm getting a candy. I'm getting the 25-cent bags of chips. What does you get? You get two for 50 cents. And then I'm gonna grab me a couple juice, couple fruit punch drinks. That's it. That's all I need, man.
That's crazy. I mean, it's crazy when you think about it, like, because obviously you really can't do that now. But for me, it was definitely at least 2 honey buns. I think they were 25 cents at the time.
Yes, sir.
I know they're like I think
You ate the frosted ones?
No, absolutely not. I'm a little Debbie
That was
guy.
up. That was 50. That was like 50. That was up though. That wasn't a quarter.
I wouldn't do that
Nah, that
to myself. No, so my little Debbie honey buns. I still love them to this day. I'll probably get something to drink, either a 25-cent Huggy or what is those things called again, Rat?
Guzzler?
Yeah, the Guzzlers, like the
Big Burst Guzzlers.
Yeah, Big Burst, not
the Big Burst joints.
So Big Burst, some popcorn, 25-cent bag, of course, and probably some non-laters. I think there was 10 cent, like the little joint, 10-cent non-laters, and I might have had enough of something else. Probably a Slim Jim. Throw a Slim Jim in there. Shout out to the Slim Jim. Absolutely, throw a Slim Jim in there. Yeah, man,
myself, bro. I went straight for fudge rounds, heavy on the fudge rounds. Sometimes the strawberry shortcake joints, them little joints, you know what I mean? Sometimes I would hit those. The zebra cakes, hated those. Anybody who ate zebra cakes, I thought you was weird.
I didn't eat them.
I thought them just had mayonnaise in them. I thought them just, I was like, yo, what is this? I was like, yo, this joint look crazy. I hated zebra cakes, man.
I think I was an adult.
Even had one.
I was an adult when I first tried a zebra cake. I just wanted to see what it was about. It's actually pretty good though. Not to lie.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I never.
Especially the holiday drink when they got like the sprinkles and stuff on them, like the Christmas drink.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, I guess. But I always used to. I went ice cream sandwich. 25-cent ice cream sandwich. I went ice cream sandwich.
I forgot about those drinks.
Or Freezy, white Freezy, because sometimes I go
God,
drink. Sometimes I go Huggy. Sometimes I go Huggy. Sometimes I went white Freezy because that's just like I let it melt a little bit. Get the Freezy. I used to go to the front. Now I'm gonna say this. My mom put me on one thing.
You went to Turts? You didn't go to Turts?
Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, right here on Best.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not on Best. It's on Dodge.
Oh, that
Turts,
one. Yeah, I went to both. I went to one on Dodge and then one on Best right there. Best right in timing.
Oh, okay.
Corner.
Why would you go there though?
Because I walked to school, bro.
I know if we came home, yeah. I'm just saying, like, if you were at home, you would go to Turts.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I would go to Turts.
Me and Rat lived in the same neighborhood. That's what I'm saying. Turts. It was a corner store.
Risking it all going there, boy.
Turts.
Bro, what?
Nah.
They got this bodies. What?
Nah, I don't. Maybe.
That drink right by the little Muslim little drink, the big little.
That's the other one. That's the other one. Yeah. That's what we used to walk home from school. When we used to walk home from school, we used to walk past that.
Bro, like,
but that wasn't a Muslim thing at the time.
3 or 4 people got killed, right? Like in that vicinity of the store.
I mean, okay, yes.
Okay,
I'm just saying. I just didn't. That was as a child, I didn't think of those things.
I didn't think it. I was talking about now. I'm thinking now.
But never. I have never gone. I don't go to corner stores now. I would never go to a corner store ever.
Yeah, but
gas stations are worse.
For what? Fires what?
Say what you wanted to say, Rad. I don't know what Mills is talking about. Like,
well, I thought you were talking about bodies, and he said corner stores. Like gas stations are worse.
How is the gas stations worse? What gas stations is worse?
Shoot,
the corner store gas station. The corner store gas station.
Why would you go there? Like, who would go on? You talking about Ferry?
Ferry and Fillmore, or from the police station?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next.
So but then my mama, I saw by my mom. My mom put me on a couple things that my mom tasting snacks was trash. I mean, like my mom used to eat hot tamales.
That's disgusting.
And like, what's the purple Mike and Ike's? What's the purple Mike and Ike's that you thought was Mike and Ike's? It wasn't.
You talking about violets?
Whatever it was nasty. It was
women. I know, like my mother used to eat violets. They were purple. They were like little square things.
God. Yeah. But I will give her credit. She put me on the Boston baked beans, bro. And I used to smash a couple of them Boston baked beans for the quarter. Y'all never had Boston baked beans? Y'all baked with Boston baked beans?
They're disgusting.
Nah, I didn't have those.
Yes, they're nasty. Now Boston baked beans is disgusting. Worse. That's like one of the worst things.
My mom put. That's the only thing I put. Only thing I ate. My mom put me on. I actually like those.
I thought that
my mom tasting snacks was terrible.
Rat was the person. He would get the Boston baked beans because nobody around him would ever eat them. That's the type of person.
Maybe
that's what I thought.
No, my mom used to get them. And I just had to get them for her, and I just started eating them. And I was like, "Oh, they're actually cool." Everything else you get, she's eating like Big Red. Oh, terrible. It was like terrible.
I forgot. Terrible. There's some sunflower seeds. I don't know when
sunflower seeds.
Yeah, it's just always
order sunflower seeds.
Yo, let me get some. All right, bro, I got you. Boys, oh my goodness,
Flavor
man.
when the ranch came out. Was
Fire.
crazy.
Shout out to the ranch. Shout out to the corner stores, man. They definitely serve the purpose. I'm sure they're serving the purpose now. Actually, you know what though?
Nah, it's not the same, bro.
It's not the same.
It's definitely not the same.
It's not the same, obviously, because the prices. But I'm saying, like the corner stores, even though
the big Laffy Taffies, the long Laffy Taffies for the quarter.
as far as that stuff is a thing.
I used to get a white tea every time I went to the store. I mean, I went over. Obviously, I went over my budget, my $1.25 budget. But every time I went in there, I got me.
Shout out to Big Bosches. Yeah.
Shout out to Elma. I should get I for $50, for $55, like a white tea and white ones. Shout out to Elma, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Trends at the time. But anyways, shout out to all the people the Jaime. Shout out to Jaime. Jaime's kind of got us through.
Help me down.
But I forgot what I was gonna say. That's crazy. The Jaime's got crazy. Mills, what did you say?
Yo, I hooped in some James in like JV, bro. My first kicks was James.
I remember that.
The bottom fell out. They only give you a good month. You get a good month.
Nah. Jaime's is fine.
James, they did.
There was a little deformed.
Like Starberries. It was like James or Starberries. Which one? I was like, I go James.
Shout out to the Starberries. That was a
shout out to Starberries.
That was legit.
Starberries was a quality shoe.
Starberries was legit.
The whole
like
basketball team had.
I know, but it was really like a 6-month thing. Then it just stopped. Like people wore Starberries for 6 months. I was like that year, that basketball season, and then next year, they were just gone. Like nobody really wore 'em. I mean, I can't say nobody, but it wasn't as prevalent as it was. Like literally everybody had Starberries.
People swooping the Starberries.
Yeah, and different colors. Like they was like, oh, we moving. But you know, it is what it is. Shout out to the corner store. Shout out to the wallets out there. God knows what y'all have in them. I guess we can when we get another guest, you know, female on the podcast, we're gonna ask, you know, what is essential to have in a purse. I'm sure we'll hear all types of things. But I think we can stay on culture because we do got a lot of sports, and I do want to have a lot of time for that. But I think a lot of things been going on in the news. And I think I want to talk about the Whoopi Goldberg. I want to stay on the culture. I want to talk about the Whoopi Goldberg situation. About her being suspended. It was a lot of rhetoric around it. How she said that she was dealing with the Jews. And let me just say this on the onset. When you talk about anything Semitic meaning Jewish culture, when you talk about anything like that, I don't want to say everybody, but a lot of those companies' spidey senses just starts tingling, right? Like, it's like, oh my God, it's like a buzzword. And she talked about, you know what I mean, a specific war not being, I don't know what Mills is doing, been potting for years, but she basically said that, you know, it wasn't about race, it was about religion. Is that correct, Rat?
Yeah, she just said it wasn't race because it was white, you know, white on white people. But I mean, I think Whoopi had claimed that she's Jewish herself, I believe, in the past.
Really?
Goldberg, yeah. I mean, I know that's not a real name, but I think she says she's Jewish. That's why she took the stage name Goldberg, if I'm not mistaken.
That's interesting.
Whoopi Goldberg is not a real name, though.
Whoopi Goldberg is not a real name. I never knew that. I guess you learned something. I don't know. I just thought her name was Whoopi Goldberg. Who knew, right?
It's Caroline. I think it's Caroline.
No, shout out to Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
It's Caroline?
Yeah,
Caroline what?
Caroline.
That's crazy.
I don't know her last name.
Is there anybody else that like their stage name has like taken over where you honestly think that that's their real name?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
What's Jamie Foxx's real name?
Edward or something. Like
Jamie Foxx's real name is not Jamie Foxx.
No,
definitely not Jamie Foxx.
Oh my goodness, yo, that's crazy. Oh my God, what happened?
Eric Bishop. Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
And I think I knew that, but like, yes, that is a perfect one.
It's a couple
because his name is legit Jamie Foxx to me.
It's a couple. I forgot. I knew a couple more, but I know Jamie Foxx is the most prevalent one, I guess.
Absolutely not. Jamie Foxx would be.
And Tyler Perry, I think Tyler Perry, that's not his real name. I could be making that up. I might be stretching right now.
I think Tyler Perry's name is Tyler Perry. But
it might not be.
But it is interesting to see that, like that, like for that, you know, to happen. But for the Whoopi Goldberg situation, I think it's interesting because it's a lot of ways to look at it. I know when people talk about the Holocaust, it's a very, very, very touchy subject. A lot of people lost their lives. It was a very traumatic situation. But I guess it's in a sense when people look at Jewish people and when they talk about race,
it's not Tyler.
It's not Tyler Perry? Oh wow! Shout out to
it's Emmett.
Emmett? Oh, thank God he changed his name. That was terrible.
Yeah, shout out to Mambo. You listening? His name Emmett.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
No, I don't mean that Emmett is a bad name. I just mean that I don't think
Yo,
Emmett,
Tyler Perry, real name not Tyler Perry, bro.
that's crazy.
Nah, Emmett Perry.
Yo,
But Tyler
Emmett T. Baylor, is it Emmett T?
Tyler,
Like Emmett Till?
yeah, it's probably
Emmett T.
Till.
I don't know.
Emmett T. Yeah, it's
Emmett
probably-
Perry Jr.
Oh
Wow,
he's
he a junior. Yo,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
crazy.
He definitely changed his name. But so do y'all think? I think the hang up is the idea of Jewish people being considered a race of people, so to speak. Is that the
Yeah,
contention?
I didn't know
you
that
think?
either. I'm assuming that's why she got in trouble because they are. I didn't know. You know what I mean? So when she made that statement, and when I heard that she got suspended, I was like, oh, she must have said something. Then I heard what she said. I was like, oh, okay, maybe she was just uninformed, right? Not, I don't know if it was necessarily like malice behind it. So maybe it even if you believe that Jewish people are a race or not, I don't know what's the definition. What is it? I don't know.
I don't.
Is it a race?
I mean,
I mean, based on school when we studied
biblically,
this, was it a race war?
I don't think so.
Was it described as a race war?
The issue is when you talk about the Jews, like it brings in a lot. I mean, when she says it was over religion, that's to suggest that that's wrong. I don't think we can say that, right? I mean, we know that Hitler set out to, scatter and kill Jews. Was it for a quote unquote race thing? Or was it for a religious thing? I mean, no. I mean, generally,
Hitler.
I'm saying generally, historically, when you look at, the Jews, like I'm talking about the Israelites, like when you go back all the way, to Adam, Abraham, like if you just look at the history of it, both arguments can be made. You know what I'm saying? In that, like both like a religious thing and a race thing, so to speak.
Yeah, but Hitler was trying to make the supreme race. He was trying to, Hitler was trying to make like the perfect white man, essentially. Like that's that was his thing. So it was race for Hitler.
But that's ignorant.
Yeah. But I'm saying it was. Yeah. Hitler was trying to. It was a race thing for Hitler because he was trying to prop up, white dominance. Whatever his little thing was.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I guess when you deal with these questions, is like
she said she might quit though. You saw that?
I didn't see that.
She said she's contemplating quitting
because they suspended her.
They gave her 2 weeks suspension because the CEO of ABC News came out and said, I don't know if he's Jewish or not, but he came out and said, I personally, because what happened was that she said it, she came back, she publicly apologized. Boom, boom, boom. I guess maybe more people hit up ABC News like, no, that's not enough.
Sponsors.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever, boom, 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 boom. And she was like, all right, so I personally took the decision to suspend Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks for her to reflect on what she said. So she was upset so she's saying she's thinking about not coming back. She's contemplating not coming back.
Money is a hell of a drug, but I think that's interesting.
I mean,
I want to see how it plays out. I mean, I'm sure she's secure. Yeah,
she's her show though.
She is. I don't watch it. I mean, obviously, I don't
watch it either. But she's like the head. She's the one. It's Whoopi Goldberg and everybody else almost really.
What's the game of cat and mouse at this point?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think she can go somewhere else. She can go to the other one. What's the other one? The Real, The Talk.
She can make something else. Just like
she could take over Ellen, be Whoopi, the Whoopi show. I don't know.
And even speaking of that, like just dealing with, I guess, figureheads, speaking podcasts or TV shows, Joe Rogan. And I'm gonna just come out on the onset. I think this is a calculated attack on Joe Rogan. Which I'm not saying I'm on Joe Rogan's side. I'm just saying I think that personally, this just didn't happen by happenstance. It just didn't come out of thin air. I think that whoever the powers that be saw that Joe Rogan was getting too big, and somebody pressed the button on him. And when I'm talking about Joe Rogan, has been in a lot of controversy because he's using the M word on his platform, which he's been doing. This is not a secret. Like like he's been doing this. What you were saying, Mills?
No, I was saying a lot of artists was against it. I mean, against him in general, because he's making a good profit, from Spotify, and they're getting a small percentage. They're not getting anything. I think India Ari came out with a little video when she was talking about it, like, she was really against him as a totality for using the N word and stuff. But I mean, like he said, he hasn't used it in a long time, and a lot of people taking it out of context. But at the end of the day, I mean, African Americans, whenever you hear that word, we don't care what else came about, like why you got there, how you got there. You know, you hear that word, that's the only thing they think about. So they going, it's going to be trigger. It's going to be a trigger, and then they going to do what they do, and they're going to feel offense. I mean, they're going to feel there was offensive against them and everything like that. But I mean, Joe Rogan, I mean, he also had the part. I mean, he went to the movies. He went to go see Planet of the Apes. I don't know if you heard about it. He went to go see Planet of the Apes. He went with some friends, and he ended up going to a black neighborhood to go watch the movie. And he went to the movie theater, and he like, oh, this is already Planet of the Apes right here, because it was full of all black people. Wasn't no white people there.
He's racist, bro. Like, first of all, that's wild. That's the wildest thing I never heard of that. I don't even know how that got out. That's the wildest thing I ever heard in my life. But Joe Rogan is racist. Let's just we don't have to go back and forth.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna stop. That's funny because I listen. I'm listening. I'm okay.
You listen to Joe Rogan?
Wait, yeah, I listen to Joe Rogan. But first, I'm a let me shout out to India Arie. Her album Voice India is a class. She got classic. But Voice India is actually a classic album. Like everybody should listen to. She got a song called The Truth. Beautiful song. She's really good. So I think everybody should listen to that. It's a good album. But going to the Joe Rogan, but I actually listen to Joe Rogan, right? So it's for people who don't listen to him, gonna come to a conclusion because you just don't listen to him, right? I listened to Joe Rogan, so I already saw the compilation of him, the N-word before. I actually listened to that actual podcast. I think Joey Diaz and somebody else is on it. Joey Diaz is a fat comedian guy, whatever. He's funny. So in it, right after he said it, Joe, he's like, wait, that was probably racist. I don't mean it like that. He's like, that sound racist. I'm sorry, I don't mean it like that. And he kept going. Like it was a racist thing. It was like, bro, it was like it's like when you in the middle with friends and you say something like racy, but it's like you joking. It's like, all right, but he like, he realized he was on air and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, that was racist. Like that was racy. That was, you know what I mean? But it was a spirit of joke. It was a jokey spirit, jokey, whatever.
But it's not.
But I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm not saying it's right, but I mean, we all have done race. We all be racist with our friends.
Yeah, but we all. The we all thing is irrelevant. Like I think that argument never.
I don't think
holds,
he's racist though.
I
don't think he's. I'm just saying from my perspective, I don't think he's racist. Now he said something racist, yes, but I don't think from listening to him, I listen to him. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I mean,
that's literally what I'm talking about.
He's a clown.
No, I'm not saying you can say he's racist, but from my perspective of listening to him, I don't think I don't get racist from him. You know, I just don't think that's. I mean, I listen to him.
I hear you. I
just listened to a podcast with Jordan Peterson. I mean, I listen to him often. So
they're removing most of his podcasts off Spotify, though, right? They're trying to get all the stuff that. Like
no, they use what happened was the initial thing I forgot the guy name. It's a prominent music guy.
Yes.
I forgot the guy
name too. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's pro-vaccine. He's heavy pro-vaccine. He had some type of
that country singer dude.
Yes,
he had some type of disease where like he just vaccines helped his life and his kids' life.
He's pro-vaccine.
He's pro-vaccine. Yes. He's pro-vaccine. And Joe Rogan has come out as, I guess,
he's anti-vaccine.
He's anti-vaccine, but it's not really anti-vaccine. But he's anti-vaccine.
He is.
But he's not anti-vaccine. If you don't listen, so you don't know.
I heard it. I've heard him talk about it.
You don't. It's not anti-vaccine. He just when in the middle of the pandemic, he was trying to go. He was listening to everybody who had anything. He wasn't just going what Fauci said. Just Fauci was just gonna get a vaccine.
Like when you keep saying it was like it's not. What I mean by that is first of all, if you're not for it, you're against it. That's number one. It's not like it's either you're for the vaccine or you're not. Like it's either you get it or you don't.
No, that's not
a gray area, right?
No, that's not. That's binary. Why would it be binary like that?
Because it is. It's either you get it or you don't.
Why do you mean how? Because if you don't get a vaccine, that means if you don't get a vaccine, that means you against vaccines.
Yes, that is the definition of being against something. If you don't do it, yes,
that's the dumbest. If that's how you think, bro, then I don't know.
That's not how I think. It's just the facts, right? I live in a factual world. I don't live in a he say she say. It's just a fact thing. If you don't do it, you're against it, dog. But what I'm saying is it's a scientific thing. right? It's a scientific thing. Like but regardless, you can keep going. So he was
because I'm not trying to.
We don't have to harp on that point.
Yeah, I don't want to, and I don't want to seem like I'm defending people.
That,
you can
that
go
was the
listen
contention.
to him if you want. I don't care.
That was
yeah,
the contention. The contention
was the contention.
They were upset about how he presented the vaccine and how he talked about it on the peripheral. They were.
Yes, exactly. He and they came out against them and they pulled out their music against them and
they pulled out their music on Spotify.
On Spotify,
yes.
They put out their music on Spotify, and Spotify said that's fine. They're gonna stand with Joe. They stood with him, and then I guess days after that, the whole montage of him saying the N-word is everywhere. Boom, 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 everywhere. Then the whole Planet of the Apes thing came everywhere. Boom, boom, boom. But when that actually happened, it was a big deal when that happened too. So it was like this is also stuff that happened. If you listen to him, you already know that he was kind of tried for this stuff already. It's not new. It's just resurfaced. All this stuff is resurfaced things. It's not nothing new. He didn't say it recently. It's just all resurfaced stuff. So, I mean, it is what it is. If you listen to him, you listen to him. If you don't, you didn't. It's no different. It's like if you listen to him, you go and listen to him. You already know what it is. If you don't, you're not anyway. So it's not. I don't know what purpose is. I think it is strategic. I don't know what purpose is. It's really going. Maybe no new listeners go listen to Joe Rogan or something like that because he solidified already. I don't know what
he is solidified.
If you listen to him, if you listen to him. None of that what happened is gonna make you stop. Like at all.
I don't think that that's necessarily true. I think they're trying to Don Imus him. And I think they've succeeded in Don Imusing him. Don Imus was a huge commentator, right? He was big. What happened to Don Imus? He talked about the Rucker girls, he called them nappy headed hoes. Don Imus is still on the radio now. I'm sure he still has a large audience. Don Imus is not like a worldwide public person. Like he's just like where he was is not where he is right now. And it's like that it tarnished his whole legacy. It just put him in a box. That's not to say people don't listen to him. That's not to say he doesn't do numbers, but it just stopped his trajectory and it stymied him. It's just a fact. I think that's what happens with Joe Rogan right now. Like granted,
no, it's not the same.
I think it is. I think Spotify is in a hole with him 200 million. It's not like you just don't turn away from that type of money.
But Joe Rogan has black allies, like real black allies. He's not Don Imus. Like Dave Chappelle.
If you don't
Dave
think
Chappelle is
Don
like
Imus,
his.
I mean, but Dave Chappelle is
Dave Chappelle says man's. They go on tour.
I don't care who Dave Chappelle is. I mean, that's not.
I'm just saying it's not Don Imus. Don Imus is not that. Don Imus was a white guy who seemed like a redneck for the red, like on the red side. Deep Republican. Joe Rogan, if you listen to him, he's not even remotely Republican. He's not even that.
I never brought Democratic or Republican. I'm just speaking of the fact of how big Don Imus was as to how big Joe Rogan. It's just I'm talking about numbers, right? Numbers are numbers.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's different because Joe Rogan
because he's friends with Dave Chappelle.
He got real black out. I'm saying he got people. Yes, that matters.
I'm not talking about the black audience. I'm just talking about his national appeal. That has nothing to do with being black. I'm just talking about a national. But he's not Joe Rogan is a national figure, right?
No, it's not yet, Sam.
Right.
But you
Spotify gave him $200 million. Are you saying that he's not he's literally
not,
like? What do you mean?
Yes, but it's not. It's not like he's not on a big national platform. He's on Spotify. Spotify is an app on your phone, Sam. What are you talking about? It's not CNN or he's not on a radio. He's not on radio, bro.
Right. Listen to what
it's
I'm
a
saying. Difference.
If
you think that Spotify is not a national platform, I don't know what is. It's literally an international platform. He's on YouTube. That's an international platform.
I get it. He's one outlet. It's one outlet. Right. You're trying to say he's only hearing on one outlet.
I'm saying it's not.
Are you saying that
it's not radio? It's not radio.
Radio
is
not
CNN or not TV.
Radio is
not that. Yes.
Do you agree
and they had guidelines for
is,
that. Yes, and those guidelines, and it was like
you clearly don't
say certain things on the radio.
Don Imus. You clearly never listen to Don Imus. Just like you say, I don't listen to Joe Rogan. If you never listen to Don Imus, then you know that those guidelines never really. He was who he was. He always did raunchy and racy stuff. That's who he was. He just went too far, and they put the cap on him. Joe Rogan, the same thing. I think they're going to put the cap on him. He's capped now. Like he will never be as big as he once was. That's a fact. He will never be as big. Do you agree with that?
I don't know. I didn't listen to Don Imus, but what I just said earlier, like if you listen to him, this didn't have an effect on it because it was nothing that you didn't hear and you understand, like you listen to him, he's not like some rare Republican guy that's like a redneck. I know I'm just saying, but like if somebody,
I'm not putting
yes,
that
but that
there.
matters. Yes, but I'm saying,
it
but
matter.
That's what the turnoff for Don Imus was. Don Imus was
he was always
like,
a redneck. He was always racist.
Yes,
nobody cared about that.
Yes, so yes, Sam, I don't know what you're trying. All I'm saying is that I don't think Joe Rogan is that. He's just not that. He's probably more blue than anything.
I don't care if he's blue. I'm just saying he's capped now. Whether he's capped with those people or whether he's capped with anybody else, like he's capped. Like he's not gaining. He's not gaining new listeners. Is my point. He's only going to lose listeners from this point. He's not going to gain a new listener. For what reason? What was the purpose?
I guess you're saying he guess you can't get as big as he's gonna get. And it's because of this thing. I don't know. Maybe he's just already, but he's literally the #1 broadcaster in the world. That's right now.
But that's what I was trying to tell you when you talk about Spotify. That's why I don't understand when you compare it to Spotify.
Yeah, but
Spotify
it's not.
Is huge,
but it's
bro.
not. Yeah, but I'm saying, but it's not. Yes.
He's literally just on Spotify, right? I mean, he's not on any other platform.
I know. I'm just saying, but it's not necessarily mainstream like Don Imus quote unquote was.
Joe Rogan is not mainstream, is what you're saying.
No, it's not like mainstream. It's not. It's a podcast on Spotify.
But how can you be the #1 broadcaster and not be mainstream? I don't.
That's the point. That's the point. That's the whole issue. That's his issue with it. That's the.
I know that's an oxymoron, though. You literally can't be the biggest and not be mainstream. That's literally the definition. Like
yes,
that like you can't like that doesn't make sense.
You know, it does make sense.
Like Drake, like I say, yeah, Drake is the biggest artist. Drake is pop. He's a pop artist. It's like that's literally the definition. Like you can't be the biggest and not be mainstream.
I'm talking about like mainstream media as far as like legacy. They maybe say legacy media, like the
okay,
the
but that's a totally different. Like you're talking about a totally different thing. But I think we're
but it wasn't mainstream. He was just on YouTube. He was on YouTube, and then he got big.
I don't know.
And then he got an exclusive deal with Spotify.
I think that
and now it's just so it was not anchored behind an MTV, a CNN, it wasn't anchored behind it was no media. It was him. It was just him in his room on YouTube. It was nothing. It was literally just Joe Rogan a podcast. That's all it was.
I know his upstart. I guess we're definitely gonna move on from this because it's kind of we're going in circles. But I think my issue is, or what you're saying, is how you're minimalizing how big these platforms is, especially in 2022. Like I don't even understand how you.
I'm not trying to minimalize it. I'm saying he's not like it's not like he's on ABC and ABC got to take the show down.
I know, but like ABC is not ABC, so like that doesn't. That's
Disney,
that's
whatever it is.
I'm just saying, like, no. What I mean by that is, like, Joe Rogan he's huge now. Like, he is huge. That's all my point.
But
like,
I'm saying
he's just as huge as a Don Imus. Like, he's that type of figure.
He's just as huge as an ABC.
Or any other pundit. Rush Limbaugh. Like, you name him.
Yes,
like,
but he's not connected. But he wasn't connected. I mean, I guess Spotify is the next, but Spotify isn't ABC or CBS or CNN.
Don't ever fool yourself. They are.
I'm saying
yes, they are.
Yes, they are now because they are now because of him and the help of growing everything.
Universal. No, I mean they're owned by Universal. They're owned by like all these media companies, right? Like so, I'm saying they like okay, don't. My point is that whatever you think that they were, they are. That's what Spotify is. That's what Apple is. They're the dinosaur.
Yes.
They will be the dinosaur eventually. Like that's just what happens.
Yes.
So, but anyways, I think that Joe Rogan kick rocks. I think it's an interesting, conundrum that he's in. Being that powerful, that's really what I want to kind of deal with, the idea of being that powerful. Like we talked about Whippy, she is the anchor of the show. He is Spotify. It's like being that powerful, but obviously these things crashing down on me. I think it's an interesting thing happening, what I'm saying, within our world. And we'll see. I guess it remains to be seen how that thing unfolds. Do we have anything else on culture?
No, that's all I got. That's all I got on culture.
Mills?
I don't got nothing on culture, man. I do got a question though. Whoopings or no whoopings?
For kids?
Children. Yeah.
Whoopings.
I think you should limit it. I think you should try. It should be the very last resort.
To whoop?
Yeah.
Spread a rod, sport a child.
It's interesting. I mean, I took psychology in college, and they was against it. And then they said go sit them in a corner and give them timeout. But me growing up, I got whooped. Belt, extension cord, tree branch.
Spare the rod, spoil the child. That's just a book, man. It's a fact.
It's
a legit fact.
It's nuance.
I'm not saying beat kids, by the way. Like just because you whoop kids, that doesn't mean you're beating them.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you can do as you want. You know, put corporal punishment, whatever. You can do as you want. But I think it's nuance because I think you should be able to express yourself and communicate effectively with a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old.
No, you shouldn't.
Because you've been there. You've been there.
You should be able to effectively communicate to a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
How? How is that possible?
Because you create the space for them. You know, you the 3. This is my space. I'm creating. This is how I want. It's like they're so malleable. They're literally reacting to you all the time. You the parent, they gonna react to you. That's how I see it. Like kids are not just growing up independently from the environment they're in. The immediate culture.
Without question, right? Absolutely.
So the media culture should respond to them directly. Now, if you feel like you got to, I'm not saying it's bad to whoop, but I'm saying that it's other ways to do it. I do believe it's other ways to do it. And I think me personally should be the last resort. I think you should try to communicate effectively with everybody. I think you should you should do that earlier than later, because you're gonna try to do that in their teens and all they know is whoop or something. I'm not saying necessarily how it is, but I'm saying you should try to do that earlier so later on it's not an issue.
It doesn't also depend on what the the act was from that child. Like if it's something that's crazy that they did, like for instance, they playing with a lighter and they accidentally lit the floor on fire, and it could have potentially, set the house on fire.
You know what though? That's not the kid's fault.
That's why, I do disagree. I actually think that whooping should be for the smaller issues and not the bigger issues. Bigger issues generally, if it's a big issue, that's the parent's fault. Things happen for learned behavior, right? You learn things. Now, obviously, when they go to school, that's something that you can't necessarily monitor, like children being around them, that those influences come in, and you have to parent them out. But like lighters being around, that's a problem. Like kids drinking alcohol, like you have alcohol around. You shouldn't have alcohol around kids. It's just common sense. Kids are supposed to get into things. But also, you do have parameters, blah, 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 all those things. But my point is that like the little things actually turn into big things. Not listening, not being able to sit still. Like that will turn into being disruptive in certain situations. I've seen it happen literally with myself. So it's like if you are harping on those things, right? Like trying to get those things under control, I think you can manage the big things. Because like kids are meant to be disrupt. Unruly. They're meant to. They're gonna break rules. That's what they're supposed to.
Yeah. You grow in that, and when they break them, that's when they grow. Like that's when they experience the most growth, because you gotta break. You kind of break the rules so you know how to operate. I guess.
Yeah, you gotta touch the stove in order to know it's hot. Sometimes.
Yeah. But then I want to say some things like if they get a lighter and light the thing on fire. I don't want to say it's necessarily everything is the parents' fault per se, but it's definitely not the kids' fault. It's like, because some things as parents you learning too. Like kids learning too, you learning too how to be a parent. Kids learning how to be a kid. You know what I mean? Everybody's learning, so it's not like I think you just gotta learn your kid. Learn your situations. And whoopings could help, but it's like I just don't want you to just rely on that because it get old. They get bigger.
You whoop them even harder.
That ain't gonna work. And then if especially in our community, if you're a single mom, then you can't whoop your son for how long? You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't necessarily. I mean, that's not true. Single moms can whoop their kids. I don't know why you said that.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying. I'm saying you can't. Yes, you can. You can whoop your kid. I'm saying, but after a while, that boy.
It shouldn't be the be all end all. It should not be the be all.
Not gonna do anything. No, so I'm saying like you should. That's a tool for people.
It is.
But I'm saying it should be. It's a weak. I mean, I think long term is a weak tool because I think effective talking is long term is the better tool. So just use it as. Why not use it as soon as you can?
No, I don't think whooping should be like the be all end all. Meaning you should always resort to it. I don't think it's a weak tool. Bible says spirit of wrath spoiled a child. It's not a weak tool. Whoopings have helped a lot of children. That's a fact.
And hurt.
Okay, that's a fact too. A lot of things have hurt a lot of kids. But I'm just saying, like, we know for a fact that whoopings have helped a lot of children. That is a legit fact. Hurt as in what way, though?
hurt like when your parents tell you how they got whooped by extension cords and stuff, and they like stuff like that. That's nuts.
Hurt like hurt as in like pain, or hurt as in like long-term effects hurt. Like I don't know.
Yeah, both. Yes, both.
I don't know, right?
Beaten by your parents. What do you mean? To be beaten out to sleep, being beaten in electric cords, and be like it's like what? You get PTSD or stuff like that.
It's possible.
Yeah,
no,
yes.
or you could be a good person in society. I don't know.
Yes, you can.
I mean, like that's saying like should people go to jail?
I'm saying your story of how it molded somebody, it could have destroyed. I'm saying
it could have
that's all I'm saying.
On it. You're right. It could have an inverse effect on it. I mean, hey, it is what it is. I don't know, but Mills, I think you should whip your kids. But with that being said,
that's fine.
I think we're done
Sports.
with culture. Yeah, we let's hit football real quick.
Y'all watch the Pro Bowl? Pro Bowl weekend, whatever. I mean, I don't even turn that.
I didn't watch anything.
I watched the first part of the skills champ.
I seen clips. Joint. I seen the clips.
I saw Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson was good. I don't know why I saw Russell.
God.
No, I watched that. I watched the clip. Yeah, I didn't.
I thought everybody was bad. He came out like, oh yeah. I was like, oh wow. Okay.
He's still a great quarterback. Yeah, let's relax.
That's next level right there.
It's crazy.
But yeah,
we didn't talk about it in culture. The Alvin Kamara piece. I guess we could talk about it now. I don't know if y'all heard.
The battery charge.
Now he whooped Cuz. Like,
and they jumped him.
They stumped him out. Yeah, I don't know for whatever reason, but like I think we talked about this before. Like you being a breadwinner, you being the moneymaker. Like, why are you getting involved in these quarrels? Like, I don't understand it.
I mean, you. He got paid. He got his money.
You got $51 million, bro. You don't need to fight anybody. Trust me.
And it's like and I think he aware of everything is gonna be recorded.
Is he?
You just gotta think.
It wasn't even recorded. It was just like surveillance, bro. Like you're in Las Vegas. It's not like you.
Yeah, I'm just saying you would think that he know the consequences, or I don't know. I don't know, because you know what I mean. It's just like, bro, he third, about 27, 28, got his money. Like, bro, why would you even? You just think like that's a bad decision. It's such a bad decision. It's like, bro, why? So you think was he intoxicated? Did somebody steal some money? Was it like, what was it? You try to think of all the excuses of what it can be.
I think it was over a woman.
I don't know.
When I read the report, it was like it was just fishy. But my only issue is, listen, if you can't trust yourself, right? If you can't trust yourself, then you need to hire people around you who you can trust that will physically remove you from these situations. Like, it's just that simple. If you don't have enough self-control over yourself, right? If you're just not an adult enough to say, okay, I don't need to put myself in these type of situation, or if a situation like that come up, I don't have enough wherewithal to walk away, then hire somebody that has enough wherewithal to just grab you and be like, yo, bro, this ain't the time nor the place. Matter of fact, we can whoop cousin. You probably still going to get sued. I don't know. Did Aaron Donald get sued? Remember Aaron Donald whoop cousin?
I don't know.
You ever hear about that? Yeah. That was a little crazy. But anyways, my point is, you need to have people around you.
JJ Watt too, right? I
think JJ Watt got to something like that. But I'm just saying, you need to have people around you who can just be like, listen, bro, it's not the time nor the place. It's just not. Like, you worth too much money to be doing this. Simple as that.
Yeah, he just gonna get hit with. I mean, he definitely gonna get hit with a little charge. Might have to do some probation or something.
Some people don't want to feel like a sucker, though, man.
Okay, I mean, you feel like a sucker, or you just continue to make $51 million and live your life without going to court, without paying for lawyer fees, without paying this guy upwards of however many millions you're gonna pay him to fix his orbital bone, and I mean, it's like, and get your. I don't know if your man's is in jail, like. How much money you're going to spend over this silly incident? It's like, it's life altering, and you're gonna get suspended. The NFL will suspend him for like 2-3 games, probably easy, maybe 4. I don't know. But
maybe he's mad about the head coach hire.
That's possible.
Because they hired.
They hired what was it? Dennis Smith. Dennis Allen.
DC.
Yeah.
They DC.
So do we care that the NFL doesn't care about black coaches? Like, is that, like, do we care? Like, are we still gonna keep caring about this? Yeah, okay.
This is tough, right? It's one of those tough things because
there are black offensive coordinators or defensive coordinators that should be hired. Can we agree on that point?
Eric Bieniemy don't have a job yet. Come on, let's be real.
All right.
Everybody that even was next to Sean McVay, or is in the room of Kyle Shanahan has a job. Every last one of them. Nathaniel Hackett, the guy from the Broncos. Everybody
the
who's
Bengals
hired,
coach. I mean, the Bengals. I mean, the Sean McVay tree, the Kyle Shanahan tree is crazy.
Everybody.
And they don't have any Super Bowls. Now, granted,
all of them.
Somebody's going to get a Super Bowl, like Sean McVay or his coaching tree. Somebody will get a Super Bowl this Super Bowl.
The Miami Dolphins, the Mike Daniels guy, he was the offensive coordinator for what, the Rams or something like that? Or San Fran. San Fran offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
San Fran offensive coordinator got hired. Rams offensive coordinator got hired. I think the Green Bay offensive coordinator got hired. Everybody that was next to Kyle Shanahan or Sean McVay got a job. Then you got the Bowles and you got the retreads, the Peterson retread, obviously Lovie Smith. But everybody near Shanahan is pretty much going to get a job. Now it's interesting because Anthony Lynn just got a job. Shanahan just hired Anthony Lynn. Now let's see if that's help him out
as assistant head coach. I think, right?
He will never be another head coach. I don't think ever.
He a running back. He was a running back. He's a running back coach. He's an offensive guy. So let's see if they help him.
I doubt it. I'm gonna say Anthony Lynn is just. I don't know if he's a good head coach, but my point is, I guess this is the trend of the NFL, and I don't know if you can blame NFL teams. It's tough. But I take that back. You can't blame NFL teams because there are black coaches who are better than these coaches that got hired. It's just a fact. Yeah. Like you look at the track record, it's a fact.
The Chicago hires.
It's a joke. Like it's just a joke. It's a joke.
Like the Caldwell never came back. He had winning seasons. The Flores not being hired.
He's done so. You think he'll ever get a job?
Behind me, Flores. He gonna get a job. I don't know. He gonna get a job. He gonna
might be a head coach.
Staff. Yeah, he gonna be on somebody's staff. He could definitely get a job. He can get on anybody's staff he want. Now head coaching, yeah, I think so. I think he get a job. You know what I mean? Now those teams, they might harbor hard feelings, obviously, but this is the thing for me though, because it is a good old boys network. It is.
That's every job.
And it's like
absolutely it is.
It's like you gotta wait it out. That's obviously the first plan. Wait them out, wait till they die. But then they just obviously their kids just grow up into it. Especially in the case of NFL owners, your kids, they kind of just family just do it. Or NFL, just what do NFL make you make a team? Like, what do? Do you force the team to sell to a black or minority owner, or you force teams to hire black coaches? Like either one, you got one of those two things that happen. You not force them, but because either they got to change their hearts and minds that everybody keeps saying, or you force them to hire a black coach, or you force them to sell the team to a black or minority person. What other options is there? Can anybody make it as plain as that? I think I'm the only options.
I think, granted, I don't have the number one answer to the question, but the issue is this: what's happening in football? It's not a new issue. You're right. It is a good old boys club, and everything else is a good old boys club. It is a country club mentality, right? That's just the facts. But at the same time,
and one nuance before you go, if I'm not trying to say make it right, but if we started something with our friends, it would be like our friends. We wasn't just let nobody in.
Yeah, but Rad, you're literally talking about systematic oppression. Like we don't control, so therefore it doesn't affect. So I mean, so it's like you're talking apples to oranges. We can never make the comparison because the dominant society has always been the dominant society. Like there's no comparison to it. There's literally no comparison. You can't even, there is no if, and, or but. There is no, if we get it. No, we don't, we like get in power for what? Like a small sect of something? Like that doesn't even make sense. But that's not doing anything.
I'm talking about like if we started.
I'm talking on a mass scale.
I'm talking about, right, like let's say this. Right?
Every industry that is owned by white people.
Yes, but let me just say this, right? Baseball was the first pastime. It's pretty much it's irrelevant. Like people, I say 40 and up. Like everything under.
They still getting 200 million. It's not irrelevant.
It's right. Yeah, you know how crazy it is. Baseball right now is on a lockout.
Really?
Do y'all know that?
Really?
That's fucking. Baseball is in a lockout. They supposed to be playing right now. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. Nobody talks about it. I swear to God, nobody talks about. Baseball is in a lockout right now. Currently, they're supposed to be playing baseball
because of the owners.
They're not, because both of them, the players,
they can't want more money.
Baseball. What baseball is doing is they manipulate like rookies. like when you draft, you know how baseball rookies,
Yeah, it's
like the
all
AAA
weird.
process.
That's
So they
I
pretty
don't
much
understand what that.
yeah. So
they,
you can be
done
be
with
on a
that.
team for 7 years before you get paid because they own you for some crazy. It's like some crazy.
They earn your bird rights.
Players are done with that. Players are like, yo, it's over. We don't want to do that anymore. Because Aaron Judge pretty much can't become a free agent until he like 32 or some crazy shit. It's some crazy. So they done with that. So but they get paid so much money when they do get out of that the owners don't care. You know what I mean? But they be in that for so long that they they want all that money. So it's like they whatever.
But they're in the lockout.
But my point is football. I mean, my point is baseball has slowly became irrelevant. Now, I'm not saying that's gonna happen to. I'm not saying that's gonna happen to football, but I mean, if you look at sports, maybe that's football is the dominant, how baseball was dominant back then, and maybe eventually football gonna wane down. Now, if us black people come up with that next new sport 100 years from now, I don't know, we can push it down, and if we control it, it's gonna be a black thing. That's what I'm saying. That's how I see it. I don't see it how it's not. It's gonna be a black thing. Now, maybe it won't be. Maybe we learn from the past. We won't do it that way. But I think it's gonna. If it's run by black people, we're gonna hold it down. I mean, that's how I think. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
HBCUs has a high uptick in white students, so no, I don't believe that. Anyways, shout out to football. Prayers to everybody involved in the Alvin Kamara situation. But we know in the NBA. Do we want to talk about the Super Bowl? I know we talked about it last week. I mean, I to be honest, I'm kind of over it. I'm done with the Super Bowl.
Why?
I don't know. It's the Bills. The loss of the Bills kind of like affected me, to whereas like I honestly do not care about football. I haven't cared like the past couple. Like the championship week, I didn't care, and now I just don't care. I don't want Joe Burrow to win one over Josh Allen, but other than that, like I really don't care.
I think football is interesting because we just talked about football is pretty much the main sport, right? Because even basketball, it's like I don't know. It's like all the other sports. I don't know if maybe it's the pandemic and all the reshuffling, but it's like basketball. It's like nobody really care.
It's early though.
No, it's not. The All-Star break. You usually care about the All-Star break. It's All-Star break.
I mean, most of the big name teams aren't productive.
Usually Christmas is a big day for basketball. By All-Star break is pretty much just basketball because now it's like football still.
I think
so it's like I don't know.
Yes and no. I think the thing about basketball is it's long. That's number one. And number two, pause. I think highlights has affected sports in general, right? I can't.
Not football, bro. Name a better season than this year, bro, for football.
Football was a great season, but we gotta remember too that we have a football team, and we're literally rooting for them. Like, so I mean, it's a different feel. Like we are heavily invested in the NFL. We do not have a quote unquote basketball team. Now we do have players, but I don't know. For me, I'm not gonna lie. Like losing Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, Kobe. But even losing him, just as in, he's not playing basketball. And when he wasn't playing basketball anymore, when he retired, that affected me because Kobe was my player. He was my gateway, my entry point into like really, 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 really caring about basketball. I have not found that next player yet. So I'm kind of just in limbo. Like I'm watching, I'm looking, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. And also too, Ja's amazing. But also too, I want to say this. I think that even for the casual basketball fan, like college basketball is beyond irrelevant now. Like it's not like I don't even know. I honestly don't know what's going on. And I used to know everything about college basketball. I used to know all the players. We used to be heavily invested and look at their trajectory from college to the pros and see this guy flamed out. Yeah, I think that the fact that the amateurism or whatever they call it now, I don't know what it is, but whatever the level is prior to the NBA, I think it's so helter-skelter now that it's hurting the NBA product in the sense of everybody is everywhere. It's like some rookies, like I think Herb Jones, or I don't know who that is. Like I don't know what's going on. Like I like some
about building stars. You're saying like a building the college star, the Zions, or like a JJ Redick. You talk about those type of people.
Just the infrastructure. Now I'm not saying that NCAA was right. I'm just saying the infrastructure did help us. Like they curated It's just a fact. They curated certain players. They propped them up, and like even like a JJ Redick or like a Grayson Allen. Like I know that even though I was a Duke fan, I know that Grayson Allen had a tripping problem.
I'm a Duke fan.
I think the world. I don't want to say the world, but a lot of people knew that Grayson Allen had a tripping problem in college when he tripped. Whatchamacallit, the guy from the Bulls. Who was that? He just tripped him. And broke his arm, broke his hand or something like that.
Caruso. Alex Caruso.
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 So it was like, yo, Grayson Allen been wilding ever. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a thread.
He's a dirty player. He's a dirty player.
He's a dirty, but it's a thread. It's like, okay, I can be invested in that because he's been doing that. I think that has lost. I don't know if it's the pandemic. It might be the pandemic because like it's so.
And we gotta wait for March Madness, but March Madness usually do that a lot for us. Madness done put March Madness. Remember March Madness gave us. No, but the last 2 years, March Madness was canceled. COVID canceled one. Okay. Last year, I think it was canceled. The year before that, it had some things.
Baylor won.
The year before that, but last year it was canceled, right?
Yeah,
or one of these years it was canceled.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The last 2 years is the same. Pandemic seemed like it made one big year. But I think when the NCAA come back, because remember NCAA gave us some bad, picks, but remember it gave us, remember Big Baby Davis and the other dude from LSU,
Tyus Jones.
It was the two Tyus Jones. They ended up being, maybe Tyus Jones a flop. You gave us the guy from Arizona, the dunker,
Derek Williams. Oh,
Derek Williams, Derek Williams, and Robinson from Kansas. It's like it gave you.
I don't know what happened to Derek Williams, by the way.
Yeah, he was. I mean,
he was not trash. He wasn't trash.
It sparked Kimba. It sparked Kimba.
Kimba's the greatest player of all time. Yes.
Steph.
No.
It sparks the NCAA sparked the tourney sparked a lot of people trajectory.
Absolutely.
It sparks a lot.
The pandemic.
So we gotta wait for it. I think we gotta wait for the tourney.
You're right. I think the pandemic has affected basketball a lot more than football. Clearly. For whatever reason.
So many games.
Yeah, so many games. It's like
football is just once a week. Yeah.
It's like, but it's like even Christmas Day. Like some of the stars didn't even play. It's just like it's not a thing anymore. Like nothing is.
Football
a thing.
has took it, bro. Football has taken over. I think for one, football probably gonna move to probably 18 games, realistically, right? Because 17, 18 games. I think they're gonna 7 teams that get in, right? They probably gonna move to 8 teams get in. So say 18 weeks, 2 bye weeks. 8 teams get in the playoffs. They're gonna push the season from August all the way to the end of February.
Probably.
Like that's what they're gonna do. Football's gonna take over everything, right? Because you know how crazy NBA Thursday night, TNT switched to Tuesday. It's Tuesdays now. Y'all know that?
It's not Thursday anymore.
No, because of Thursday night football, bro. They switched to Tuesdays, bro.
They should switch, but they switch back to Thursday when the season is over.
Yes, what I'm saying. But I'm just saying they conceded to football. Chucking them has moved to Tuesday, bro. They own Thursday. I used to wait for Thursday. Now they moved because
they're gonna move it back.
Thursday night football.
I will say this:
football owns this, bro. Football
true,
is
but the NBA
is blowing everybody out.
Last year NBA playoffs was great, and this year I think the NBA playoffs will be just as great. Like when you look, I'm saying, and even like ratings and stuff like that.
I think so.
When you look at that,
I think so.
The playoffs is still premier TV. The reason why the regular season is not is because I don't know, people resting. I mean, I think they need to shorten it to like 72 games. They
trying to do that in season tournament
or whatever.
I don't know. They're trying to do that in season tournament. I don't know.
I don't know if that's the answer. I just
but that's what they try to do. I don't know.
There's too much of an incentive to rest players, so it's just like I don't. Nobody wants to see I don't want to use Lakers, but any other teams like Bradley Beal, Wizards list Bradley Beal. Like that's not good TV in my opinion.
It's too many. It's too many stars.
And it's like Paul George. Like Paul George's not playing. Like it's like I don't know what is going on. It's like everybody's hurt. They need to figure out injuries. Like they like the next man up is not like basketball thrives on stars, but it is what it is. We didn't even get into the trades. I don't even know if people care about the trades. I don't know why Sabonis plays for the Kings. Like what are we,
bro?
I text my
brothers. I text my brother. I said this is a trade that only the computer make on 2K. Like why did Sabonis? I don't know why the Kings gave up Halliburton. A lot of people saying he better than De'Aaron Fox. A lot of people think he's gonna be better than De'Aaron Fox. But whatever, they gave up on Halliburton. That's what people saying. They saying he's just like a more fluid player. They just like how he look.
I'm not
saying that's true. I'm not saying that's true.
He's a decent player,
a lot of people saying Halliburton had the higher ceiling.
He's a Sean Livingston, in my opinion, bro. Like he's all right. Like we gotta relax.
I don't know. People were saying he was better. because he's just a better, I guess, a more true point guard. I guess that maybe a better point guard. He don't got to be a better player, maybe a better point guard.
Okay.
And then you gave up Buddy Hield. You gave up your 2 best shooters for Sabonis. Like, I mean,
people love Sabonis.
Sabonis is fine.
People think Sabonis is like better than Julius Randle, whatever that means.
Even that, but he got to be Jokic. He don't got to be Julius. He got to be Jokic to make the Kings relevant. He got to be as good as Jokic, essentially, right?
The Kings.
He's not.
The Kings are idiots. That's just the facts. The Kings are idiots. Yeah, in the end, I guess it's a fire sale. I like to CJ McCullough
to the Pelicans.
Yeah, I like it.
Why?
I mean,
they're terrible. They're 22. They 21-30.
No, the Pelicans.
Zion.
Zion is not playing, and the Pelicans is in a playoff race. So I mean,
no, they're not. They like in
no, they
spot.
are. That's the play. That's a playing game, right?
Oh my! You trade for CJ McCollum for a playing game, Sam?
Yes. Yeah. With Bi,
I know he tight.
No, he's not. I think Bi, CJ McCollum, and if Zion come back with Valanciunas, that's a formidable team. Those are.
It's a formidable team.
I like
yes,
that team.
but no, Zion not playing. He don't want to be there. Clearly.
I mean,
I think it's he's trying to get traded. I think he's trying to get traded. I think him.
I
think all these
Zion
injuries.
Williams.
I think Zion trying to get traded. I think Lillard trying to get traded. All these big injuries that people not playing. I think they're trying to get traded. Obviously, Ben Simmons not trying to play there. I think James Harden not playing. He's trying to get traded. Yeah, that's the news. The news is the Ben Simmons for James Harden deal. That's what they're trying to do. Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? That's the news.
I don't know.
He's not playing. He's trying to get traded. He don't want to be there.
Well, he don't want to be there because Kyrie is a Joe Rogan flat earther. Like he's
part time.
Yeah. Like I'm not. Like I would be very upset. I didn't sign up for this, man. I'm not here to be. I'm cool on this. Like I'd rather play with Joel Embiid. Let him do all the heavy lifting. Let me get my 25, my step backs every once in a while. Be the hero when I need to be the hero. I don't mind the trade. I don't mind the trade at all. And I'm gonna say this. I think that
Brooklyn though, you do
I don't mind the trade.
He gonna leave.
I don't mind the trade for Brooklyn because Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. If Kyrie Irving can play, and
they don't need Ben Simmons to score.
That should be enough. Like if you can't win with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant and Ben Simmons being a defensive player, Ben Simmons is still 18 a game. I mean, if he's not like cool, like you know what I mean. If something's wrong, whether Ben Simmons is still or not,
he comes back with a different mentality.
Ben Simmons was still 18 a game. He was still 18 a game. He was still an all-star. I mean, he was like he was unstoppable in transition.
And he could play the 5.
Yeah,
he could play a small ball 5.
Yeah, I'm not off of Ben Simmons.
I like that. I would like Ben Simmons
as a third option. Absolutely,
yes, I like that.
Yeah, as a third option,
that.
Just a pick.
I
like set a higher screen.
I need Seth Curry too. I need something else. I need Seth with it though. You just can't give me Ben by you can't. You got to give me.
I agree.
Something else. You got to get Seth.
James Harden is way better than those players. Yeah, absolutely.
You got to give me somebody another shooter, or you got. I don't know if they're trying to unload Tobias. Maybe that's too much trying to give you away. But
I don't want Tobias.
I need Ben and a shooter. I need Ben and they got Richardson? No, Richardson not there no more. I need somebody else. Shake Milton. No. I just need some. Maybe you got to give up that point guard Maxey. He's a Maxey. I don't know who you give up, but
you're not giving up.
It's just not Ben. Just not Ben. Not James Harden. You got to give up. You give up
Ben.
They
said Steph. Steph is the guy. If it is somebody, it's Steph Curry. Steph Curry. Yeah.
Okay, I do that because James Harden. You know he an all-star, but he not who he was. Ben Simmons, Seth Curry. I go. I'm right with that. I don't think that's a bad. You know what I mean?
We'll see.
That ain't bad.
Anything?
What you think about the all-star? All-star. Andrew Wiggins a starter.
I think it's a cold day in hell. That's what I believe. Honestly,
Andrew Wiggins got a starter.
It's like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George being like so many players being out. It dilutes the All-Star game, bro. Like don't get me wrong. Shout out, and I'm sure this has happened obviously in other years, but like give me a break, bro. Like yes, Andrew Wiggins is playing better, but
everybody else in it though. Everybody, all the good players in there. You know the Devin Booker's in there.
I guess.
Everybody there. Everybody.
Josh, Steph Curry,
Luka, Seth. Steph.
I wanted LaMelo to make it. I think he
did. He made it.
He did. Somebody bowed out.
Go. Who got hurt? Somebody got hurt. KD maybe. KD not playing. He can't make for KD.
But those games are pointless now. I mean, the skills days is all we need.
It's gonna be better than the Pro Bowl.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the 3-point contest. Yeah, all that. Yeah.
No, I'm saying the skill. I understand the skill competition in both sports, but like the actual game,
Nah, the game was alright. The last, remember they
get better. It got better.
They did the Kobe thing, the little 24 thing. It was alright.
Yeah.
That was better.
They played a little
It
serious.
was more competitive. It was more competitive.
I think I'm picking Ja to be MVP. I think he's gonna go out.
I think Ja that boy.
Yeah. He's a transition player too.
I think he the guy. I think
we'll find out.
I think he the guy, bro. I think he gonna be what Derrick Rose. Everybody thought Derrick Rose was gonna be. I really think that. You know, he like that small guard that's gonna get it done. You know, Steph Curry, esque. I don't know if he's gonna win a ring, but he gonna have his team in a position. They may make a trade or something like that. I think he the guy. I think Ja the guy.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I think we just had a whole show and we didn't say anything about Mike. We didn't let the people know that Mike was. I know, right? Shout out to our guy Mike. I don't know why it just popped in my mind. Mike he's reffing all the games. He's calling the bad calls. And
hopefully not getting choked out.
Right. Hopefully not getting choked
like
out.
Yeah, that video was crazy.
That was crazy. I like the ref that came with the. I'm with him. He was with it. But Mike is duty calls, so you know what I mean. We trying to work it out. We doing a couple shows, you know what I'm saying, holding it down for him. But shout out to our guy, because we definitely need Mike on the show to kind of lead. I don't know. I don't know, for some reason this show I feel uncomfortable, like hosting. I don't know, for whatever reason.
I just
want to give my takes. Like, this is my take show. Like, this is my I'm throwing out takes, not overdue bills where I can host and just lead everybody there. This is my like.
That's why I was trying not to get a host. I'll just let's talk. Let's just talk. Let's just like, yeah.
I told Mike, meet me at the finals, man. I got certified. So my man Mike, meet me at the finals, NBA finals, 2041.
Let's get it, Billy.
Yeah,
what made you take that step? What made you pick up the black and white stripes?
I was looking for extra money, and I was debating between football.
Mills, why do you need extra money?
I was looking
for cologne, obviously.
Couple dollars, and I mean, I like watching. I like watching sports.
But you're never going
to
ref.
Why won't I?
Because you're always at work, bro. Like, you're never going to ref.
Bro, I'm going to ref, bro. But I was debating between football and basketball.
I guarantee you.
And obviously football, you outside more. It's cold some days. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's more to the actual, calls and everything with football. You gotta know a lot more compared to basketball. So I'm like, I'm gonna take the easy way.
But you already know football, though. You don't think that?
You think you know football? Like, I thought I knew basketball, and I failed the test the first time I took it.
Well, I didn't think you knew basketball, so.
No, I'm not saying like.
I never thought that. I'm
not talking about football. I'm saying like you played it. I don't know. Maybe you didn't play much longer. You probably played basketball as long. I'm saying like as you're an older person playing more organized football.
Well, I played semi-pro.
Yes, I'm saying you just maybe understood it more on that level, makes it more so than basketball, maybe.
It's more so about being outside, That
makes sense. And Big Cuz help you, right? Wrong, Mike?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Shout out to the scammers.
I got one thing, just want to put it out there. Y'all don't watch anime, so this is just for anybody who listen. Anime Demon Slayer. Might be the best.
It's a video game, man.
Time. No, it might be a video game. I don't know, but right now it's just literally second season of Demon Slayer. It's coming up, trying to be the best anime of all time. I watched all of the major ones, Dragon Ball Z and all stuff like that, Naruto, all the ones that's on Cartoon Network, all the classics, One Punch Man, all those things. This one might be the best one all the time. That's all. I got people who watch anime.
I got some. I know some people at my job. They seem like they talk about it every day. Like I like hear when you walk even into work and stuff like that, you hear the conversations like, oh my God, this girl, how did this girl do this? Like I don't even. I like
Demon Slayer crazy, bro. It's crazy. Might be the best.
My sister-in-law watch all that stuff.
Might be the best one.
This is her.
Yeah, it's quite.
That's a crazy step because it's only season 2 that might be crazy because all these other ones, but
people love it.
They ain't a bag.
Yeah,
they ain't a bag, bro.
People
they ain't a bag right now, bro. They ain't a bag.
But good show.
That's all I got.
Good show, fellas. Definitely made good time. We can go live our lives now. Shout out to all y'all, man. We definitely gonna trying to take the show to the next level. We appreciate you. Hopefully, Mike You do what you do. Get back on the show. We can
No
get
sabbatical.
back.
He on a sabbatical.
Yeah, he on a sabbatical. We gonna hold it down though. We gonna hold it down.
Go hold it down.
But with that being said, hootie hoo.
Recording stopped.
I want to look at that.
Remember them regular days when there wasn't no more watches for me. Now the money keep calling for me. I'm feeling like everyone plotting on me. Gotta pray for my people to block where they stay. And I know they all counting on me. To go, we going straight to the top. You can't never look down on the streets. Remember